love waking up early in the morning, struggling to figure out what to do with your hair? We've all had our share of bad hair days. Are you ready for a change? Lock it and love it with Lock and Love Salon, conveniently located at 8117 Liberty Road, Windsor Mills, Maryland. Start your lock journey today. Lock and Love's professional services and artistic designs will keep you blazing in the hottest trends while maintaining and protecting your hair. Honey, Lock and Love is an experience. Once you try Lock and Love Salon, you won't try anyone else. Lock and Love offers starter and maintenance locks, fox locks, detox, shampooing and conditioning, lock treatment, lock extension, coloring, and much more. Sorry, but Lock and Love doesn't accept walk-ins. What are you waiting for? Call 410-970-3791 to set up your appointment today. Lock and Love is on Facebook, so remember to like, follow, and share.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Queen JayaLynn and Champ In. Happy Sunday. We are almost at the end of the year. It feels surreal. I am having bittersweet moments every day. Next week is Thanksgiving. Then 4 weeks after, 3-ish weeks after that is Christmas. Then a week after that is New Year's, and we're in January in 2025. I think I'm frozen on a device, so I apologize. Not the best internet today, but we're gonna keep pushing through and let's get to the encouragements. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. Champ In is about motivating and expressing and pulling out the champion in you. We all are going through different things. Sometimes it's hard to be positive or accept the positivity from others, even if we know that what they're saying makes a lot of sense in the moment, they're valid. You're just are who you are, and we love you for that. Just know that what you have done, what you're doing, is amazing. No one will remind you that you are doing exactly what it is that God has for you. A lot of messing up on you all's end, because right now I am producing my own side that I'm looking at is not the best. But I did want to swerve in, and I've been very indecisive this week. If you have also been indecisive this week, I feel, and I don't know why. There are just so many options, and trying to feel like a right choice has been hard. And I'm an indecisive person altogether because sometimes I can be a people pleaser. But this week has just been interesting when it has come down to me making decisions or choices. Um, if you don't know, I'm in the process of getting through my master's program, online school, while also working full time. And I had some days that I had to take off, and I took them off. But also, I live where I work. It's not that hard to just say, "Oh, I'm off. Goodbye." Um, I can't. I took a half day on Friday. Supposed to be gone at 1 p.m. Did not leave until 6, 7, probably a little after that, but we're just gonna say 6 or 7. And it's been it's been strange because I know I have to take the time, but I'm also like, we're almost done, and this is a busy time. I'm not Santa Claus, but it is a busy time. And while it helps me, or it would help me take time off, it would also hurt me in the sense of now I have to respond to messages because what are they going to do without me? Or, and if you are a manager, supervisor, boss, what do you do in this situation? Because I feel like I am at a crossroad, and it's not a bad thing. Ultimately, it has its moments, but for me, I know that once I'm off on Wednesday, the next couple of days should be my relaxed time, but they will be my play catch up time. But I will be relaxing throughout that week. No meetings, no, hopefully, um, since I'm not on call, no responding to situations, no very interesting, where are you all hours of the night, or we need help. So much fun. Um, but I know on the admin side, with having 2 weeks after the Thanksgiving, it's gonna be all right. We check what room, this room, that room. Okay, cool. Who's trying to move? That person's trying to move. Awesome. And then preparing for when we come back and the super fast return on that end. All while trying to finish 3 classes by the end of January. But it's gonna get done. This is where champagne comes in. I could be very upset right now. I could be drowning in emotions, which, yes, absolutely. But it's okay to feel that way. I cannot tell you how many times uh, this has been a not an easier week, but a dry week in the sense of I don't think I cried this week. I I did. I did in my supervisor's office. Um, and those were happy tears because she was explaining to me that my I'm like, "Oh my gosh, they really like me. I'm so sorry, but they really like me." And same because last week I was so overwhelmed that I was ready. I love my job, but I was ready to possibly move on. Then going back and forth. I prayed so much. I prayed about this decision and I let it slip to one of my team members that I was possibly going to apply somewhere else. And they were like, "What? You can't leave." I'm like, "You all don't even listen to me. You don't like me." "What? What do you mean? You can't leave until to them. I'm stuck here until we're going to be in 25 next in 2 months. I'm stuck until 2027. Don't know how true that is. We'll see. God's timing, God's plan. Um, but that made me feel really good because I feel like I've been a bearer of bad news so much lately, or I'm repeating myself and I'm like Cruella, where I'm taking away their fun or they want to do something and I'm like, no, that makes no sense. What are you even talking about right now? Um, but it's good to know that they actually understand why I'm saying no, or the fact that my nose aren't hurting them. I was on an eval and I felt so bad because of the person that it was for. And I'm like, what are we doing? I know you can do so much better than what you're doing. And I'm like, yeah, it's been a lot. I'm like, yes, but we have not talked all semester. What are we talking about right now? That it's been a lot and you have not said anything because we could have been working together. And the person's like, I completely understand. They did not fight me on any of the feedback that I gave them or the scores I gave them on their evaluations. And that was so refreshing in the sense of I thought about my experience last year being the first time I had to do evals for the entire team and instead of just three people. And I got fought back on almost everyone. Not all of them, but almost everyone. I'm like, have you not been seeing your work? I'm being nice right now. I'm being very lenient, but nothing that I graded you on, you agree with? Cool. So that was very refreshing. It it was helpful in the sense that it reminded me that yes, I had the upward feedback, I think, before I had my eval with this team member. And I'm like, it if you see what I see, then I'm not making things up in my head. And I'm not, going insane. Um, so this was only one semester. Now we have another semester. So what are we gonna do to make sure next semester is just as is better than this semester? And one thing that a lot of them didn't understand last year was that no one's gonna get perfect on anything because then you feel like you have nowhere to improve, which is not true. Um, honestly, a lot of I didn't read through all of my feedback. I mean, I we went through it together. Um, but I know in a lot of places I need to improve. And that's self-improvement. So sometimes I am looking for the, hey, well, let's work on this together or let's do better at this. The admin stuff, that is my biggest challenge, but I get it done. Where I'm like, okay, I don't want to turn this in and it's not right. And then I have to go back. And that's also where the schooling comes from. But sometimes because I said it before, I am horrible with this part. You have to just submit it, let it go, let God, and wait for the feedback from it to say, okay, you did it, but let's change a few aspects of it. My first assignment for the school um was like that. We have 6 months to turn in to finish three classes. Somehow, I'm assuming people with better time management skills than me, or no, not full time students in having full time jobs can finish the entire degree in 6 months or less. I don't know how. I can't. I want to. I would love to. That's one less thing that would be on my plate. Um, but I'm not at that time yet. So for me, my first assignment that I did maybe 2 to 3 months in, and they were like, "What is the holdup? What's going on?" I'm like, I mean, I did it. I don't think it's right yet. Excuse me. And my mentor said, because in this school or program, we have multiple mentors. So one of them said, well, just turn it in and see what happens. I turned it in and I did not have to change a thing on that assignment. So then we get to the next assignment starting. I start uh, getting insecure about it, going back and forth. If, maybe not, maybe it's not ready. Have somebody else look at it, but I don't want them to look at it because I'm not ready. I don't feel good with it yet. And I remembered the first time, and I'm like, okay, I just have to turn it in. So I turned it in and they sent it back for me to change one or two things, which I thought were in there, but I didn't specify, oh, this is blah, blah, blah. This is blah, blah, blah. So I went back and I fixed it and just specified, this is blah, blah, blah. And they accepted it. And with this uh, school, we don't do grades. So thankfully, it's not like, oh, you failed or you got a C and you can make it up. It's, um, yeah, I got what is it? Three different two different sections and you either get green or yellow or red. Yellow means it's there, but it could be better. Red means it's completely missing, something like that. So when all the sections are green, I'm like, perfect. Now moving on to the next one. So right now I have three classes and I already turned one assignment in. I think altogether I have four assignments and a test. I'm not ready for the test. Test anxiety is real. If you didn't know, it is so real. And for me, I didn't feel it until college. I used to love school. I still like school, but I used to love school. Elementary to really college. I loved it. College, there were maybe two or three classes that one that I had to repeat, one that I got a D in. Other than that, I was pretty good in all of my classes. Graduated with honors, not honors, dean's list. I think I was 2 points away from honors or something for the graduation time frame. Um, then we get to my master's program the first time, and I said, I don't know what this is. And it wasn't because it was hard, because my first two classes, I think I did really good on. Then I got to my research class, and it was horrible because I was a beast. And my professor kept saying my assignments were wrong. I would fail or get low grades or something like that. So I went back over the summer to take that class and another class, but I was home, so it didn't work out the way that it was supposed to, in the sense of trying to focus on school and everything that was happening at home during that time. Sorry. And I truly was like, nope, I only did this program for the event part, not the MBA. Do not want business classes at all. Take that away. I will find something else. So I don't think I took a whole year off. I think I took the fall semester off. Over the winter break. I found my current school and was like, oh, I'm gonna apply and just see what happened. Um, I got into the current school. It was a 6-month thing, so I started in February, which was not the best idea. Um, because that was birthday month, but I wanted to start as I was already out a whole semester, and I am a learner. I am a learner for life. Um, so February, March, April, May, June, July. Stopped in July. I started my third class June-ish. June or started my third class May or June. Um, had some internet issues happen at campus. Ended up not being able to finish the third class. Took the third class because I did not need to finish the third class to still be a student. The first two classes being done was good enough. I moved the third class to this new semester or this new term that I have 6 months in. I'm already down so many months. I think I have 9 weeks left. 8 or 9 weeks left. And I have to finish the three classes. So the piece of encouragement for that, it does not matter how you do it. Mine will get done. I don't know how. By the grace of God, it will get done. I for yesterday, Friday, at a Sigma's probate at the school that I work at. And I went up to them because in the mix of the show, one of the men coming out said he was from PG County. And I said, "Oh, Maryland." I know. So I went up to the sorors after, and I'm like, "Oh, hi, you're from Maryland, right?" "I'm from Baltimore." 'Cause, why not? So then we connected, talked a little bit, and I explained my whole life of after graduation, how I got to Rhode Island, all that fun stuff. And it was mentioned that I think the internet is out again. It, I talked about how I'm back in my current degree, and she mentioned, you got this. It doesn't matter how long it takes, as long as you do it. Or, yeah, I don't know how, but it's gonna get done. And maybe that's why actually using my time off would be helpful. I don't do much work at work because I need it a lot. But using that time, finding time, because sometimes time feels like an illusion. But using that time and saying, absolutely, it is 7:26. Once we're done with the show, I'm gonna do homework. That would be, and today that is the goal. But also, it is a Sunday. I have three, gonna be very interesting. But I have faith that I'm gonna get through the rest of this term to start the next one and be done the next 8 classes after these three. And I'm gonna be a 2-degreed student. Got the high school diploma, got the bachelor's degree. It's gonna be my last one. because I think you are not on anymore. Um, Interesting. I think may still be here. I don't know. Keep talking because the time's still going. Um, hmm, I could keep going, but because I love my job so much, I don't see myself leaving. I don't know about the school. I love the school. I don't know when the time is for me to leave the school, and when that time comes, I will not fight God on the timing. But after this degree, I truly don't know how I would do more with my experience trying to do the masters and the full time. So going higher up the ladder and doing this full time is ridiculous. In the sense of I personally cannot do it. I know people who have done it, and I commend them all. But I feel like I need to be higher or have more time in my career before I even consider continuing. Um, but no, absolutely. When I was younger, I said, "Oh, I'm gonna have my PhD by the time I'm 28." So naive. But that little naive girl had so much passion, and that's why I loved school so much because I didn't know what I was gonna do in my full-time career. I wanted, and I still want, to be a sports event planner. But I also love my place here, and the impact that I have on my students is incredible. I walk past people that I know, students that I know, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm not gonna say I'll wave or something. And then I'll say, "Hi, Jaya." And I'm like, wait, you remember me? And then I know, like, I would remember when we first met, but I don't know that, or I wouldn't assume that they would remember. So, with the little, I think I have about 2 minutes left. With the time that I do have, the little impacts are still impactful. You are a beast at what you do. You are strong, and it does not matter what anybody says about who you are, about you being unique and different. What matters is that you believe that the person that you are is who you're meant to be. Don't change because someone is uncomfortable with what you're wearing or how you react. Sometimes a little conversation, understanding why someone is the way that they are, mind blowing. So much more that I could say on this topic. I will have a special guest for us. I cannot wait to introduce our special guest next week. And happy holidays. And you are doing a improv Thanksgiving is okay. Enjoy the meal, enjoy the company, and let us know or let me know in the comments What are some holiday traditions that you have for this time? What I will be doing is putting up my tree somewhere. Christmas movies with my tree up, breakfast with my kiddos who are not going home and watching the parade, and getting my apartment ready for the holidays because we're almost at the new year. So much fun, so exciting, and I cannot wait to not have to think about work for 2 weeks. So, have a great day, have a great week, and happy holidays.